you're missing out. You guys should really check out this new one. It's called Keep It 99.
Keep It 99.
What's up, Alpha? It's Keep It 99, and today we got a heck of a show for you. We got a bunch of topics to get in. First off, conference finals. We talk about game one. We talk about what we see the rest of the series between the Spurs and OKC. And then we go over the game tonight, which is Cleveland versus New York Knicks.
Woo!
We can talk about what the league really wants, because this is a specific matchup that will probably break the ratings record if it happens. We'll break it down and see if the league really wants that, as well as we got to talk about the teams who just left, some of the teams who just left the conference finals, and they got some decisions to make. Speaking of Minnesota and Detroit, so we're going to break that down. And then maybe, I'm not going to promise this, but we might get a few debates in here. We're going to see. Even though the whole show going to be debate, I'm, of course, joined with the Uniqo Williams and the Monray Hudson, the best in the Midwest, and the judge himself, who has been taking on dumb hot takes all week. How you doing today?
Stressed.
Uniqo?
Let's get it.
I just want to get into it, so let's
Let's
get into
talk
it.
basketball.
This is the conference finals. Let's break it down. First off, game one, Wemby with 41 points, 24 rebounds. In a game that people have praised all day against the MVP after he got his MVP trophy, Shai, who ended up with 24 and 14, I believe. So it was an overall great game, one of the best games I've seen in the playoffs in a long time. Double overtime. People was tired leaning over, but they got the job done. Oh no, your thoughts on game one, and what do y'all see in the rest of the series? Spurs versus OKC Thunder. Uniqo?
I just gotta say that there is a key component to this matchup, and it is going to come down to what they do in the paint, what they do with who I think is the MVP of this league. A lot's about to come down to, is he going to stand up? And I'm talking about Chet Holmgren. I need him to stand up. All 7 foot, whatever he is. I need him to stand up. And what I'm seeing right now is him not standing up. You gotta show something. So the matchups, I believe, are in the Spurs' favor right now. And from what we've seen, if SGA goes down, like if he's not doing MVP level stuff, who else you got to rely on? And that's a question I have going forward. Gentlemen, you got the floor.
Monray?
So the question is, are we evaluating the game and what we see going forward?
I say going forward, what you would hope to see, and then what you got going on. What do you foresee it happen? Like, what do you foresee happening?
Well, what I saw, I say going forward. What I saw last night was just, it was an ugly game. It was an ugly game because the only one who really seemed to be able to be good and efficient was Wembanyama and
Caruso.
I got to do the name off the Thunder, but they were the only two. Caruso. Those are the only two that seemed to be just good and efficient. Everybody else just had like abysmal nights when it came to like shooting, turnovers, everything. It was ugly, but that's the kind of game I expected from probably the top two defensive teams in the league, and so it made sense. It was a few things that were just weird. Like the coaching decisions from the Thunder to mostly have Caruso guard Wembanyama instead of like having Chet actually be on him regularly, because Chet was mostly playing off of him and would come in for like help on like weak sides and stuff for that nature. So it was a bit weird. So I do think that they're gonna have to probably do more of having Chet actually try to guard and like be on him more, stuff of that nature, so that they can actually try to deter Wemby a little bit from being just in the paint. Because most of what Wemby shot was just straight up in the paint. That's just gonna be easy for him because he's already 7'5", and shooting over Caruso is just not really gonna stop that. So they have to do a little bit more with Chet, at least defensively and stuff. And then other than that, the game just really just came down to the wire. They got tired. Wemby got a second win and was able to help them close out the game. But the game was it was a good game. It showed that these teams, albeit they're both in a class of their own for the most part, that mostly it just went along with what I already thought. coming into the series and everything. And I thought that like the Spurs would just win. Like, I think going forward, I think the Spurs are going to win. I think the Spurs are just like, I think they're just, I've said this like during the regular season when we brought it up and stuff, that I think the Spurs are the ones who have the matchup advantage over them because I feel like they're the one team in the league that just matches up well with them everywhere. They're already deep. They already have crazy wing defenders that can all score versus like the Thunder's wing defenders and stuff. Not everybody can score efficiently like that. They're all good. And the only thing that was holding the Spurs back, even last night, was just some of their inexperience and stuff, like bad turnovers, not being able to complete runs, stuff of that nature. Like at the end of the game, the Thunder came back and just it was stuff like that. But other than that nature, like the Spurs, I think is overall like are pretty much just a better team, I think. And so going forward, I feel like the Spurs are going to win in like 5, which is what I thought originally, because similar to how I thought in the regular season when the Spurs have beaten them with 3 or 4 games, and the Thunder have only beaten them one time.
5-1 the last few times they played. 5-1.
Yeah,
Spurs.
including the one last night. So I'm like,
I think they were 2-1 with Wemby last year.
So I'm like, I feel like the Spurs are just they're the team that has the advantage over OKC as currently constructed. I'm like, I'm going forward. I feel like they're gonna win in like 5 because I just don't think the way that the Thunder can win is they either have to get hot from shooting, which is going to be tough with their wing defenders, or they have to be able to find a degree of offense. They're going to have to find a degree of offense to be able to score consistently. And acting like they're afraid of the paint because they really didn't want to get in the paint when Wemby was in there anyway. So they're going to have to find some way of consistently scoring that is sustainable. And I don't know if they can do that against this team. That's the problem. Like, I don't know if you can. I don't know if SGA is going to be able to sustainably give you 30, 35 a night. I don't know if Jalen Williams and Chet is going to be able to do those same kind of things as well. And I don't know. Like, they have multiple pieces on their team that are all good. With like a Jay Williams we found out last series, or people like Jeremy Kane. I don't know if they're going to be able to do stuff like that. Respectfully, just regularly. But either way, I just don't feel like they can do that against the Spurs team. I feel like they just have mismatching things that they cannot account for all of the way. So even though they made a great run and almost stole the game last night, I feel like the same way in the regular season that the Spurs are going to win in like 5. I feel like the Thunder can win. I'm not going to dismiss them outright, but it's going to take more and better than what they were able to give last night. I do think that they can play better than what they did last night. Last night, it just wasn't really a good shooting night for a lot of their team. Like Chet only had 8 points. SGA, until the fourth quarter,
Wemby misses that logo key, right? They don't win that game. Is that right?
Most likely not. And that's why I'm saying like it was like just after the logo. What I say, it was I've seen some people this morning call it like an iconic shot, stuff like that, because it was like his coming out party, which is cool. But I mean, realistically, it wasn't a good shot. No, because like nobody shoots that far from back behind the logo unless you're like Steph Curry or Dame Lillard. So like it's wonderful, and it's wonderful that it went in because it had to go in. That don't mean it was a smart shot to take. It just he was feeling it, and I'm not mad at it.
Great. That's what you're doing when you great. You got
okay. So like if you decide to shoot, if you like say inbound the ball from their own goal line and then just heave that mug all the way down to the side of the goal and they make it, does that mean it's a good shot? No, it just means you made a lucky shot. It doesn't mean it was a smart shot.
I'm not gonna call lucky.
It is lucky.
If I shoot that shot, I believe I'm gonna hit it. I swear to you. That's
so, everybody who shoots a shot in the NBA when they shoot a ball think they're gonna make it. That don't mean it's a smart shot. That means realistically, I think I'm gonna make whatever. That don't mean it's smart. From smart means if I got it means if I got a 7'5" center, I want him inside the 3-point line because those are the highest percentage shots to take. Him taking a shot just past half court is not smart. Now he can make it, and it's wonderful that he made the shot. It don't mean it was a smart shot for you to take. That just is what it is.
Enough to shoot that.
Everybody is confident when you shoot the ball in the NBA. That don't mean every shot is smart. That's not an excuse.
I'm gonna say this though. LeBron got criticized for not taking shots like that. Jordan and Kobe get praised for taking. Kobe took a bunch of bad shots. He missed a lot, by the way. Y'all know Kobe game winning percentage like 18-20%. But people loved it because he took them. LeBron get criticized for always doing a smart play. He get criticized for it. So I can see why people would love this play because it's iconic. You're like, oh, you had the balls with 20 seconds on the shot clock to shoot a half-court 3, and knowing that if you miss this down 3 with 28 seconds left, you will lose.
And I say that same thing. Excuse me for eating. I say that same thing. Two things can be true. We can respect you and respect the honor and the balls you got to take that shot, while also admitting it's not a smart shot to take.
I'm not gonna argue
Two
because
things can be true.
So I see where
if I yell no when you shoot it, it's probably not the smartest shot in the world. So I will. But shout out to the balls though. I love it. But
Yeah, like I said,
shot.
it was a clutch shot. I'm not knocking it as a clutch shot. I'm not knocking that it's iconic and all that. I'm just saying, like, from basketball analysis, like, okay, that's not a smart shot to take. But screw it. You made the mug. You decided to have the balls to do it. We applaud you for it. That don't mean it's a smart shot for you to take.
I'm also say this about that shot.
I'm sorry, that's that.
The thing that it does though, because it's such a bad shot, and that he can hit it, and he did. That makes me your psyche because they were not the same team after that. They were not.
I mean, yeah, because
they came out and said that Monray. That's when Wemby got his second win, by the way.
Yeah, I think that that shot took the wind out of their sails because it was I remember it was 108 to 105. And like the first overtime ended 108. So literally that shot tied the game and it helped them go into overtime with some more defensive plays from both sides. So literally it was a clutch shot. It helped reinvigorate them because they were starting to lose offensive momentum and everything. Like I said, I'm not denying that multiple things can be true. The shot was an iconic shot. I don't know if you want to call it that. Everything's cool. It's a clutch shot. Nobody's knocking everything. Was it a smart shot? No, it wasn't a smart shot. But it was cool.
Let me ask you this, Monray.
Yeah.
His mindset to take that shot in the first place, where does it have to be?
His mindset has to be, I don't know how to say, like on fire, like when NBA Jam, like you had to be feeling it. Like you're like, I feel like I can do this, and just go up and make the shot. It's cool. Like it had to be that mindset, like extremely confident, all that kind of stuff. He was saying that's cool, and I'm not knocking it. That's very true. Like I said, multiple things can be true. I can have just like we talked about Kobe. And a lot of bad shots Kobe took like this. Like, yeah, you can have the balls to do it. That don't mean it's a good idea. That just means, that means you brave, you confident to go and shoot wherever you want to shoot it at. That is wonderful and that is fine. That don't mean it's smart. But you did it. Cool. We're not gonna knock you for it because it went in.
And he hit that shot. He gonna take that with him everywhere. That's gonna do a
And
lot.
probably 9 times out of 10, he gonna miss that motherfucker because we've already seen in previous games, like in the first game against the Blazers, that he went 0 for 7 from 3 from shooting like that, and they lost games behind it. So I'm not knocking the confidence. I'm like, no, but that's not your major forte that you do. It's just you were feeling it that game. You went 1 for 2 from 3 anyway. It was only 1 or 2 threes you took anyway. So okay, so you did it and it's cool. It's like that. Is that the smartest thing for you to do as a 7'5" dang near unstoppable force? No, it's not the smartest thing for you to do to shoot just past half court. Smartest thing you do is to be in somewhere within the 3-point line and dominate. But no, like I said, multiple things can be true and it's fine. But it's just it can call it how it is. It's iconic, it's great, it's wonderful. It wasn't the smartest thing for you to do at that time period, but cool. We all right with it. You went and made it. Whatever it may be.
I'm gonna end it off this. By the way, Castle and Harper was on their knees, hands on knees. That shot reinvigorated them too.
Yeah.
So
it was just a little thing
like that. By the way, that's
really iconic shot.
By the way, yeah,
really iconic shot. It was a wonderful iconic shot. I got no problem. No problem after the fact. It's
but
iconic. It was what they needed.
Today talking about what can they do to change it? Should they put Chet on them more? But I'm like, I don't know what it is when he see Chet. But he goes in dark 30. He goes, I don't know. They told stories and they showed it when Chet's mom met him. And he admitted to this, by the way. She said, I'm Chet's mom. He's like, I know who you are. And then walked past her. Then he shook hands. Listen, the hate you got to have to see this man mama like you made him. I don't like you either.
And the thing, I'm going to say this, to end it off and everything, when we were talking about, Chet got to do better. So let's be 100% fair.
Yeah, because actually, let's make this a topic. I want to talk about this. Let's go. Let's talk about Chet.
I'm gonna say it like this. I don't think when I say it even in Chaston earlier, that it's not fair to be like, Chet, we just need you to 100% do it. One, no, it's a little bit more coaching that comes to that. Two, nobody, and I honestly believe nobody right now, on God's green earth, can honestly think of a person, at least in the NBA wise, that one-on-one can guard Victor Wembanyama right now. Nobody can think of that person because that person probably don't exist in the NBA. So to say, Chet, we need you to step up and do that is not fair because there's nobody that can one-on-one guard Wemby like that. So, like,
Yeah,
no, it's
he
more
is.
coaching. I think he can go and help with that more. But be like, hey, Chet, you need to guard him. Man, please. We are talking about this man potentially being the greatest player on earth right now. Ain't nobody guarding him one-on-one. No, it's not fair to say that. Well, continue.
Yeah. Chet has the physical ability to mess up Wemby.
No, he doesn't.
Why y'all acting like
what he got?
so why
No,
are
he
you
doesn't.
Twice what he
why are you acting like he shoots 100% from the field?
It's
'Cause
not
that's what-
shooting
that's what it
100% from the
sounds like
field.
to
But when we say physical ability, Wemby is way more athletic than Chet is.
I
He's
just
more
need you to
athletic.
be
He's more
right
mobile.
there.
He's not. No, he's not. He does not have that.
It does happen like that because that's where Chet needs to just be in front of him. And it's a lot of times where we saw Wemby just straight up just knock him to the ground, do whatever he gonna do. We saw that.
He way smaller.
So
How does that help then? Like if he's gonna take him out, how does it help?
Because in your mind, you have to, as a player, in your mind, you got to go out there and say, "No, you ain't gonna hold me like this tonight." And that's
I
what's
ain't gonna lie
happening
though,
with Chet.
Joe. You can say that, but that nigga is 4 inches taller and 40
It
pounds
sounds
lighter.
nice. He's 4 inches taller and he's a little bigger.
Caruso.
And he's quicker, stronger.
Hold on. Did y'all watch Caruso or y'all didn't care about that part of the game?
We also saw Caruso give a 40. Stop acting like he did a great job. He gave a 40.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what I'm acting like. I'm acting like that Caruso had more heart to go up against Wemby than you did, Mr.
One is not a decision. That is coaching. That is not Chet's honest soul decision to be like, I don't want to guard Wemby.
Chet has to go.
That's why I said coaching.
Chet needs
That's
to go
not
into
Chet's
game.
decision.
I got him.
That ain't Chet's sole decision. The scheme was not to have
Chet
on him all game. That was the coaching decision.
Let's talk, Joe. The reason my boy Caruso came through the G League and had to work his way to the league because he was not talented, just gifted enough to play. So he's gonna outwork everybody to play. Chet is the promised one. Him and Wemby win it at the 16-year-old. He won the MVP, which Wemby still holds against him, by the way. That's why he hates him. So he don't have to come up. He don't got that same dog. Like, you can't just make a dog out of somebody. Like, Wemby dog happened when he lost, and he hate losing so much that he hates this man now at 16. Like, I don't know how Chet gonna just make up this. Like, I saw Dumb 2K shout out to him. He was like, yo, I don't know what Wemby got against Chet, but Chet gonna have to find some semblance of hate for this man, or it's gonna be a long series for him.
And that's
I don't know, but I don't know if you could just make that up.
I think you can. I can say we depend on you. I'm SGA. I'm Dort. I'm Lou Dort doing what I do over there. I'm Hartenstein. And when I'm Hartenstein, I gotta say shit, I need to get on Wemby too.
Hartenstein was literally taken off the floor because Wemby kept pulling him outside and he can't guard him like that. That's why Hartenstein was taken out.
I gotta take that challenge, Monray. I have
Hartenstein was taken out the game because it wasn't effective.
But I'm talking about can't play because the offense is game.
I wasn't the number 1 overall pick. I was not, but I was the number 2. Y'all trust me as a franchise. I'm standing up. I gotta stand up against Wemby. I have to.
If the coach says, hey, I want you to be off Wemby's weak side to help defend, and that's what he did. It was a coaching decision for him not to be on him directly. That's what I'm saying. It's not his decision. Now, coming next game,
it becomes my decision. It becomes my decision. And I tell my coach,
what are we doing?
I tell my coach I got him.
Bro, that's not the game plan. It's game 1.
The game plan's not working.
It's game 1, bro. They did not get blown out. They lost in double overtime.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But I'm saying going forward, I need to set in this man Wemby mind. You better think twice, 3 times, or 4 times. When
now, I agree going forward. Yes, the coach can make an adjustment, be like, hey, put Chet on him more to help dissuade Wemby. I'm with it.
In the locker room.
Also, the mindset like, hey, we clearly saw on a couple of possessions that Wemby got 4 inches and some pounds on you, and most likely you're not going to be able to strong arm him, but we do want you to deter him. So that's why I'm like, it's not just on Chet to be like, hey, Chet, we need you to do better. That's not how that works. But that's not how that works. Like it's more coaching that comes to that than just, hey, this player go guard this player. That's not how that works
at all. When Wemby in the game, Isaiah cannot be in the game when Wemby in the game.
No, like Isaiah
you cannot have a game with Wemby just sitting in the paint. You have to have him out.
That's why they have to pull him out for spacing. That's why they have to use Chet, so they have to pull him out for spacing to get him out the paint.
So I'll give you that with the coaching aspect of things. I'll give you that. I'll say that the coach does need to have a bigger voice when it comes to talking about what Chet should do. I'm telling Chet what he should do right now. Stand up, and when you go again, when you see me, I want you to say, yes, barbecue chicken. Come up to me and I want you to honest though.
Chet was holding Dylan Harper, and Dylan Harper moving him out the paint doing layups. And Dylan Harper is bigger than Chet because Dylan Harper like 220, but he's only 6'6". But he's
so if y'all are in the film room when they're doing that, you ain't looking at Chet side eye like, nigga, what is you doing?
No, I'm not looking at him side eye because he did what the coach told him to. The coach told him not to be on him. The game plan was literally you be off of his weak side to come and help with plays so that we can go and double team him if need be. That's what happened at the end of regulation. What happened at regulation was that Wemby went up for a layup to end it and Chet blocked, not regulation. What happened? Wemby went up for a doggone layup and Chet came off his weak side and blocked it. That's why we got to another overtime. Literally, that's how that happened. He got off his weak side. That's literally the game plan the coaching had from the start. Do not be on him directly. Be off of him.
We didn't do that the whole game just to get one play in. We didn't do that the whole game.
That literally was the game plan of the game. He was not on Wemby directly most of the time. That's what the game plan of the game was.
So I expect for Chet, get your ass in there, put that elbow into him, do what you got to do. And matter of fact, when you get the ball offensively, I need you to try and draw some fouls. That's the right thing to do. Get him out of there. Don't allow for him to score 40-something points.
I was like, he ain't gonna go, but let's see, that's the thing I agree they should do, but not necessarily just with Chet. The way that you're gonna have to beat Wemby is by going at him. You have to go at him. But no, there is no going through him. You have to go at him to tire him out. That's what like the Timberwolves did and stuff. You have to go at him to tire him out. About this though.
OKC ain't tough like the Timberwolves.
No, they're not tough like that. That's why I said they have to go at him. They ain't tough like this because they got.
That's why they got
people that's gonna make Wemby go crash out almost, gonna like be rough with him and all that kind of stuff. OKC don't have those players like that, which is why they're gonna have to get it for more outside help. The outside help will have to help out more because they just ain't gonna be able to get that. They were even avoiding the paint last night. They literally was avoiding the paint for most of the game last night when Wemby was there. They just weren't going in, and so they're gonna have to adjust a lot of their game plan.
When Wemby was in the game, I think they said 50% of shots was 3-point.
Figure out.
No, so they don't have to adjust all of it.
If it's me, I would go down low against Wemby early, try and get 2 fouls on him early, and then let the rest of our team do it.
They're not gonna call him though. They ain't got no dogs to get that foul.
And that's what I'm saying to Chet. Challenge him.
Like Ant will get that foul because Ant is quick, athletic, and he'll just go to the chest and risk getting blocked.
I mean, the only one who probably get the fouls like that.
Wemby wants to protect that I'm the defensive MVP.
But again, like outside SGA, the guards are small. That's why I said the matchup ain't good.
That's why I said the only one who's going to be able to get the fouls is SGA. And SGA ain't even been getting the fouls for the last 2 series. He ain't been getting the foul calls the last 2 series anyway.
Outside of Jalen Williams, ain't nobody big enough to get fouled beside him and SGA. But Jalen Williams' game is many.
I think actually both of them, Hartenstein and Chet, can draw.
Hartenstein ain't going to be in the game because he can't.
Hartenstein cannot guard Wemby. He cannot guard Wemby.
I'm not asking them.
And then he's bad for offense.
Get him out the game.
I mean, they can't do that. They can't constantly do that so much. Like they can't put Isaiah in to try to get offense, then take them back out and put them in. They don't have that many timeouts to be constantly taking them in and out. They just can't do that.
You don't gotta do offense. You just leaving Wemby in the paint to guard him, and he just hovers around the paint the whole time.
And that made them avoid the paint last night.
The ball tips off. Doesn't matter who gets the ball. It is what it is. Now we're playing in the first quarter. If I'm the point guard for OKC, I'm looking for where's Wemby, and let me get a guy to put his back to him and see if we can get something. We got to try and see if we can get something. How is the refs going to do this the rest of this game? How are they about to ref Wemby? That's what I'm doing as a coach. I'm looking at this. We got to get this guy out of here.
But if you try that, he get a bunch of blocks, and then you down 20-4, and then you in trouble.
So that's when I tell Chet, you put your shoulder into his chest, do whatever you got to do. Get in there, get the contact. Let him know that you're coming at him.
Chet might get hurt doing that. Chet only 200 like 5 pounds, bro.
I can
Let me
still
see.
do a foul is a foul.
They ain't gonna call it, bro. Wemby smart. He's not gonna get a foul off Chet.
Now Wemby
SGA
smart,
might get
and
him a
he's not
foul.
going to foul
SGA
Chet.
don't play with him.
So Chet just gonna have easy access to the bucket.
No, he not. They ain't gonna call. He gonna go straight up. He don't have. Chet ain't. Listen, Wemby is freakish because he tall. He just stick his hands up.
Let's see. Wemby is 7'4", 236.
He's 7'5". He
Chet,
grew up.
7'1", 208.
Anybody ever? He's never fouled
Yeah,
anybody.
the man 208 dog versus a 240-pound man. He ain't dropping his chest nowhere unless he want that shit broke.
Because I know you can slap my hand. That's what a foul is. Do you know? And if I'm aggressive towards you, you're gonna hit me at some point, right?
But he got to be ambidextrous to move around his arm. He just gonna go straight up. When you ever seen Chet go up and under and do all that?
I can go. I'm right-handed, and I can go with a left hand and still get a foul if that's what I want to do.
But you think they just gonna call fouls on Wemby just because that?
If that's my game plan, I'm coming at him.
And if it don't work, he don't foul you down 20-4.
That's not happened to me before, so I'll take it. That's not happened to me before, so I'll take it.
I mean, Minnesota tried that in
I've
game
never
6
been
and they
down
was getting
20
blown out in the
before.
first quarter. So I'm just saying it's not.
I know I just lost by what? What was it? 8 points? I just lost by
They
8.
lost by 7.
I just lost by 7 points.
In double overtime. Now you down 26 to like 4 instead of 12.
Wemby had what, 42, 41?
Yeah,
24
41
rebounds?
and 24, I think.
And if I had been going at you in the first half, trying to get you in foul trouble, you wasn't going to have that.
Bro, the last team that did that was Minnesota. He had 12 blocks.
I mean, but to be fair, did they win the 12-block game? I can't remember.
Yeah, they won it because Wemby shot awful. That's the 1 for 8 game. 0 for 8 game.
I got to
look back. Okay, that's the one.
And they only lost because Champagne missed the game winning 3, by the way. So it was like a bad game.
Yeah, they did lose that game, yeah.
They lost that. They were like, he broke a record, but he still lost.
Yeah. No, I feel like the way they're going to have to beat Wemby, they have to be, like I said, I don't know if they got the pieces to go at him like that, but they're going to have to go at him to where he doesn't have all his energy to be able to go offense and defense by the time you get to the fourth quarter. But they have to be able to do that. They have to be able to do that and still be able to score consistently to keep up with the Spurs. And I just don't know if they have that kind of manpower. That's my problem. I don't know if they have the manpower to do both.
That's why you go get Giannis in the offseason.
I mean, that is a possibility. I ain't gonna knock like that's a possibility.
They got like a lot of draft picks and a bunch of good young players.
Scoring would be the way. I would hope they wouldn't have to get rid of all of their depth, but I ain't gonna hold you. Like if Minnesota is gonna trade with them, they're gonna try to rob them of everything. I ain't gonna hold you. They're gonna be like, give us McCain, with Champagne, and like 7 picks and like something else. I'm like, we'll see though. We'll see. We still got series to go. I think we got 4 more games, but we'll see how it goes.
But we got one more game. Unfortunately, we probably won't spend as much time on because I don't think it's as hype. But the New York Knicks versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. What do we see in this here?
I see an offensive shootout. Yep. I see an offensive shootout. That's what I see. But ultimately, when it comes to overall and what I think of the series, I think the Knicks win. Same thing. I think the Knicks win in 5. It ain't even necessarily like how good the Knicks have been playing because like 3-point shooting barrage probably isn't sustainable. But it's just I don't have a lot of faith in the Cavaliers being able to like basically what? Okay, the Knicks can defend at least at 2, 3, and 4. They can defend. The Cavaliers can't really defend the Knicks like that. Like Jalen Brunson is going to have a field day when it comes to Harden and Mitchell to a certain degree trying to guard him. He's going to have a field day.
But what happens when they get down there to Jared Allen?
I mean, when they get down to Jared Allen, it'll be like
Jared Allen 0 for 2 right now. So
it's like cool, but Jared Allen and Evan Mobley both. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley are not known to be able to be bigs that take over games. They're more finesse.
Already got 10 points.
Defensively, though, Jared Allen has a resume.
Oh yeah, they straight defensively, but I'm just like, as a whole, the team just is not. They're not that good defensively as a whole. I don't think they're gonna be able to hold the Knicks.
What Cleveland isn't as a whole isn't a good.
No,
team.
not that good, especially not that backcourt. I don't think they're gonna be able to hold the Knicks as a whole.
My only problem with that is just this. It's just that you have a Donovan Mitchell that is a volume shooter. That means he's going to miss more shots than he hits. And then that means rebounds. And then we know how fast breaks work. We know all that. So that's my argument there is that the Knicks and Cleveland, they're both going to miss a lot of shots, I think.
I was saying if the Knicks shoot as well as they've been shooting, they won't. But I don't know. But I was saying like the Cavaliers' way of winning is outscoring them, and I don't know if they can outscore the Knicks 4 games out of 7. I don't have that kind of faith, especially not with a James Harden that I know I can't trust in clutch time, and the bigs are, off and on. Like, sometimes they play very well, sometimes they just like, So Donovan Mitchell, he's had his 40-point game that we expected, but he hasn't been consistently a top efficient score. That's what a top efficient scorer for none of the first 2 series that both went 7 games. So I'm like, I just don't have the faith that they're gonna be able to outscore the Knicks 4 games out of 7. I just don't. I think they lose.
I just think that Cleveland will keep it scary. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think it'll be a fun game to watch. And so I think they lose in 5 games.
So far, Cat is 1 for 4, only 2 points.
Yeah, but that boy Jalen Brunson got 10 already.
Yeah. And that's you already see what's about to happen between the 1 and the 2. That's where the battle is at. Which guards is going to just take advantage of whoever's not playing defense? Because that's
Jalen Brunson finna eat. He finna eat. Jalen Brunson gonna eat this entire series. That ain't gonna change. Now the other end, I don't know if Donovan Mitchell is gonna be able to eat because he just hasn't been as consistent. This whole playoff run. That's what I'm saying. The playoff run here.
I think New York got more bodies than them to guard.
But I mean, like Donovan Mitchell does have 9. Like they're gonna do work. Just after that, yeah, we'll see. But I think Knicks win in 5.
Top 6 defense, top 7. Cavs is like number 18, 19.
On paper, like we said at the beginning of the season, the Knicks can go to the finals. We said that on paper.
For me,
I can't remember who I picked. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The 76ers came through in the last ditch effort, but they did come through and was like, hey, they might be able to win the series because at full strength. But on paper, I think that the Knicks are actually the real number 1 seed. It is not, it'd be the Knicks and then Boston. That's what I would say is the real number 1, number 2 seed in the East, full strength. That's what I would say. So that's where we at now. So the Knicks are here. They should be Cleveland, but it's so crazy that we can forget that there is a ex-MVP James Harden on that team. We can't forget that. Isn't that crazy?
Because he's 36 and he's past his prime right now. That's why.
But we do got other teams that recently played. Where does Minnesota go from here? Julius Randle's effort was questioned by the media and his teammates. We allegedly, but we know they're talking about him because for some reason they all said it except for 2 people who didn't mention it, which was Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert. Everybody else said the same thing. Moody and lack of effort. So I'm like, so they're in the group chat saying the same words because they all bring it. Dante DiVincenzo said it in a radio interview. Nas Reed said it. Ant-Man said it. So they all talking about it. One is noticeable. We ain't even gonna lie. Listen, I'm not even finna pretend like I'm saying a legend. It's Julius Randle. It's Randle. We not even finna pretend they talking about. I put in the thing. We can pretend all we want. It's Julius Randle. What they talking about is when he don't get the ball, he stops playing defense, like we saw in videos when Castle just went to the rim and he didn't even try. We also saw when he don't get the ball, he immediately tries to shoot the ball if he don't get the ball right away. And then he gets upset if they don't pass him the ball after a while. So Moody fits. And he's one of the 2 people I said didn't mention this same little group chat as a team player. Because a lot of people, like I said, the entire team was talking about this. It's not AO, of course, but AO is a free agent now, so it don't matter. And I don't think they're talking about Bones because Bones didn't play in the series much because he was injured. And I don't think they're talking about Terrence Shannon because Terrence Shannon gave full effort. So it's only 2 people they can talk about. And I think one is just Julius Randle. I don't know if Rudy is considered, but what do they do? Do they have to trade Julius Randle? Maybe try to put Julius Randle and Gobert for a trade for Giannis. Maybe get Caruso in the offseason as he a free agent. Try to build a tough team to handle the Spurs. Maybe OKC. Where do they go from here? And what you think about Randall's situation? Stop, Monray.
Trade the city to Los Angeles. Trade the city to like Miami. Trade the city because at this point they're just not going to get him unless they get these really good, like OKC and Minnesota are at the mercy of the draft. It just is what it is, just like the Pacers are. Chicago's kind of becoming that a little bit. But at the end of the day,
I just made a bad decision.
Minnesota is just becoming that team that's going to have to rely on the draft. And you get lucky and you get guys like Ant-Man. And then although they did do what they did for Gobert, which they gave up a lot of their future for Gobert, I don't know. I just don't see a place where Gobert is like the reason I win a championship. Like, I don't see that. As my center, like, I appreciate you being a defensive MVP. I understand and I get that. But the rest of the time, you're just a body out there. You are not helping us offensively at all. Nobody's scared of you. So it's really playing 4-on-5. So I would just say, what does Minnesota need to change? They need to change their location because nobody's coming to Minnesota. And as much as people, I feel like Ant, I don't think he's a big enough star for people to be like, I want to go play with that young fella. I don't think he's that cold like that. Even though I think he's great, I don't think he's cold like that to where other NBA players respect him enough to go to Minnesota to go play with him. So what else do you have to offer Minnesota in regards to getting free agents? Because that's what
everybody can't go to Miami, LA. LA already got 2 teams.
Right. They got 2 teams already. I mean, I'm just saying
everybody. And to be fair, Miami's not really size-wise big enough to have 2 teams per capita. That'd be ridiculous.
I mean, we can pretty much say Ant's going to leave Minnesota at some point, right?
Well, not for a while. Then you just sign back.
I mean, he just signed a Supermax extension. He ain't going anywhere for a while.
But he's going to leave at some point. It might even be a Giannis situation. Maybe not as long as
he like the city. And by the way, Minneapolis ain't a bad city to go to.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you're not going there. As a free agent, you're not going there. You're not. And I'm just saying,
well, that's why you make trades. That's what you do what OKC do. That way you do this.
And I think that's
we say that, but look, the 2 teams are like, one is a small market that's in the Western Conference Final that we hyped about, and one is like a mid market in the Spurs. So saying like, oh, you need to be in a bigger market when 3 of the 4 teams is not in a huge market. 2 of them is a small market, Cleveland and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
San Antonio mid-market. I know people like to say they're a small market. San Antonio is not a small market team. That's Austin and San Antonio, which combined is like 3 million people. So no, it's not a small market. It's a mid-market though. And plus it's only 3 hours. If you want to have fun, it's 3 hours from Houston and 3 hours from Dallas. So it ain't like you got to go crazy drive. It's a 30-minute flight.
Me to Chicago.
I'm saying it's a 30-minute flight. It ain't hard. So that's why people stay when they go to San Antonio, because you're like, okay, it's a little bit of country quiet, but then I can go party if I want to, and it don't take me out there.
But I don't see anything in the foreseeable future for Minnesota to do to make them get over the hump. I don't see
Giannis and Rudy in a first-round pick for.
I don't think Giannis. They can't even. I don't even think they could fathom having Giannis. Like, I don't even know if they could put anything together to get Giannis without.
Julius Randle with a first-round pick. That's 2.
I'm saying without putting Giannis back in the same situation. I don't see.
Giannis would be in a better situation. Giannis and Ant together would go crazy.
I don't see it. They need more around them. Like, you need more 3-point
shooters.
You
have Nas, Reed, and Dante, and then you get Caruso.
You gonna have to give up one of them. You gonna have to give up one of them.
You gotta get your point guard though.
If I'm Giannis, I don't go there.
I would love to be with Nas Reed.
If I'm, I don't want to play with Austin Reeves.
All right, this is what you got to do for Minnesota. I think you're gonna hit him, and you're gonna have to blow up this first 5. And ain't going anywhere. But I think it's time to go ahead and let go of Gobert. Go ahead and trade him somewhere. Probably Randle too, if you can get a good secondary star for him, and you'll probably end up starting like. You're going to end up going a little bit smaller. Probably end up having Nas Reed or something be your starting center or something of that nature. Because Gobert's deficiencies in the playoffs when it goes against teams that are able to pull him out of the paint, he's just not good enough to be able to cut it anymore. So you don't get it work with, but you got it. I think you trade Randle for a better second star. You let go of Gobert regardless if you need to get him. I think Giannis is out the question. They just don't have enough to get Giannis, and go ahead and kill that idea. Like, I don't think they have anything near what Minnesota would realistically want to get Giannis Antetokounmpo. So that's Milwaukee will want. So that's dead. But just anybody that you can get to help Ant while still opening the possibility of getting a decent point guard, I think would be fine. If they wanted to do like Julius Randle and a first round pick or something for like Kevin Durant or something like that, fine, whatever. And still be able to open up and get like a point guard or something, cool. But just you need to be able to get some other star alongside Ant. It's just somebody like KD doesn't fit the timeline, but they don't really have a lot of options. But you have to change something because the team that you have now just is not going to work. It's not going to work long term. It's not going to work for even the current market right now. Like, yeah, you made a team to be able to get through the Nuggets, and now you got two other juggernauts sitting right there. It's not going to work. So I think you get rid of Randall and or Gobert, get you a second star, get a decent point guard, and just go with it. And you go with it and see how far they can get you. They're deep, whether it's people like Bones Highland, Nas Reed, Dasu, like they have people they can still put in these places. That's fine. But they just you have to find some secondary star scorer to play alongside Ant. It doesn't, because they're still going to have like Jalen and the rest of them people like that. So, I think some secondary star, somebody like that would be fine. I think that would work. Even if I doubt it, but his status right now wouldn't be horrible. But if you can go and get somebody like Sengun, I think that would be fine for them to be able to get. Just depending on what direction the Rockets choose to go in the offseason. But there are options that you can get. But you just need some kind of secondary star that can score, that can play, that, hopefully is young, but just somebody to help with your offensive capability and a point guard.
A Pippen, if you will. If we're going to do it like that, something like a Pippen.
I mean, yeah, Pippen will be fine.
For like at least 4 to 5 years, something like that.
Like,
I guess you got that kind of in Nas, like, right? Like, ain't that his guy?
I mean, Nas Reed is straight, but like, if you can get a secondary score and then just be cheap, go take a chance on like John Morant or some miss like that. I don't care how you do it, but you need a point guard and you need a scorer. And if they're one and the same, cool. But you need a point guard, you need a scorer, and you probably. I think regardless, they got to let go of Gobert. Like, it's just not going to work. You need, on today's day and age, you need a center that's just not like an old school center that, is not really a super efficient scorer, but is great on the defensive end. You need somebody that's a little more, they got a little more variety in their skill set, and it's just not going to work with Gobert right now. So
I think they could work with Miles Turner. I think that would actually be a pretty good fit for Minnesota.
He would, but that contract that freaking Milwaukee signed him on, like freaking crazy people, made it to where nobody's gonna want to go for that contract. They oh my god, that contract's so bad. But whatever.
Because defensively he's there, and then he can also spread the floor.
Listen,
so
he would be perfect, but he would be perfect.
Snitching on teammates and shit.
He will be perfect, but they're not gonna that contract too much, bro. They're not that contract. Nah, they're not doing it. That contract
that just hit his career, huh? He just stuck in Milwaukee.
For right now, like let me look at Miles Turner. Because they just signed it last year, and it was stupid.
Because we let him walk.
Yeah, 4 year, $108 million. That's a lot of money.
Would you pay him if you Minnesota though? If you
he already paid.
But I'm saying, so like, would you want him though? Would you think
I'd want him? Yeah, but not that kind of money.
I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't even want him, bro. Listen,
what's Randall getting paid?
He talked too much. We don't like that.
What's Randall getting paid?
Let's see.
Because I think that you would actually take Miles over Julius Randle.
Julius Randle is in the middle of a 3-year, $100 million contract himself.
It's about 20. That means you have to give us up something else. No, we ain't.
Yeah, the money is even. The money is even, but they're not going to trade him straight up, knowing that Julius Randle. They're not going to trade him straight up. They had to give up something with it. Like I say, it's not. It's going to be fine.
One is what, $33 million, and the other one is what, 40.
One is 100 million, the other is 108 million. Like it's not different. It's not the million. Yeah,
I would say 180. I'm gonna say that.
No, it's 108. Like the difference in money is.
He said 108.
No, I said the difference in money isn't crazy. Like it's just $8 million. They can do that, but knowing how Julius Randle hasn't shown up in it, they're gonna be like, nah, like give us something else.
Yeah, you gotta give us something with that. If we're gonna,
and then the thing about it,
I need something with him.
And then the problem is,
I don't think Ant-Man want Miles Turner because they want attitude guys now.
And the problem is
how they look at the Spurs and how they love each other. He's like, yo, we got to just get some people in here.
And they can't make that trade unless they get rid of Gobert. You ain't gonna have two centers. They got to get rid of Gobert.
But you get Miles Turner. I think that's an upgrade from
Oh, ain't
either
nobody
team.
trading Gobert for Miles Turner. They're not doing it. Oh, no.
I'm just saying, if that's what they had to do, I would do it. I would do it.
That wouldn't be bad.
It's just
I
who
said,
gonna
it
take
gives more of a
Gobert
stretch.
over
Listen, I don't, like I said, I
big.
don't think they want Miles Turner. I think they want attitude team guys who
I
going.
mean, he got attitude. He just snitching on stuff.
But
possibly.
Gobert can't go
We
out
don't
there
need
and
that.
I
We
call
already
him
got
like,
that
you might
issue. We
get
don't
6
need people
putbacks
talking
on
about.
me or something.
He up here telling everybody Giannis is out here skipping practice and holding up the plane.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. That's gonna stop Miles too. Is like now
You know what I'm
talking
saying?
trash. You can't.
He out here talking trash about Indiana. So I don't know if the man seems like burning bridges. So would you rather deal with his attitude or let's see? But next up, we do have another team. What did the Detroit Pistons go from here? And do you give Jalen Duren his max contract? No, I can't say it, but y'all can
I'll
just
let
say
y'all
it.
handle that one because I told y'all
11-5, dog, in the playoffs. 11-5. Gobert at least average like 9-10 rebounds.
Yeah. So anyway, like no, that's a no.
9-5.
You don't give him a max contract at all. You let him go see a free agency gonna give him, and because he's a restricted free agent, so they can match whatever deal he get if need be. He ain't gonna get no max contract. So
he going to the Nets.
The Nets are not gonna offer him a max contract after his performance in the playoffs this year. Nobody's offering him a max contract. So hopefully you can sign Duren for like a team friendly deal, and then you go and you get Devin Booker or somebody that is an equal ability scorer like that, and you put him on your team to help Cade. Theirs is an easy fix. Like the Pistons are an easy fix. You hopefully keep Duren. Hopefully you keep Duren on the team friendly deal. And then you just go and get you a score and you just be done with it. That's what they do for their team. They ain't got to change really nothing else. Tobias, I would like them to keep him. He was a good additional piece for them, especially for their run. I would like them to keep him, but he's also a free agent, so I don't know if he's going to stay, if he's going to try to find some money somewhere else. But like I said, if their team can keep the decent good pieces, you keep Duren, Cade ain't going anywhere, you keep Duncan Robinson as a good shooter, stuff like that. If you can keep those pieces and get you a actual worthwhile scorer, I think they'd be straight. Like they'll be straight. Cade, takes another level, hopefully another leap in his ability and everything. I think they'd be fine. But they have to find a score. Like I wouldn't care if Minnesota blew up everything and they went and got Ant or some of that mess. I don't care who. They have to go get a score. Like that's their main objective besides Jalen Duren. Get a score. And then like the other point guard,
averaging 14, having him out here scoring 14 and 17. Like we didn't know who Wendell Carter Jr. was. No, shout out, don't disrespect Wendell Carter Jr. But
you just got to go and get you another score. They have to do that. They hopefully keep the main pieces that help them be successful in the regular season this year. You gotta get a score.
Yeah, like a shooting guard that can score and defend. That can score well, shoot well. You need a shooter.
Like Devin Booker was the main one for the Suns
this offseason.
The Suns are pretty much on the downturn. So I think
Kevin Durant in Detroit.
I would take him if I couldn't get nobody better. And that's because Kevin Durant's 39? I can't 37 or 39, one or two. So like he doesn't fit the timeline because he's win now. Like y'all are, I guess, win now and win later. But like if you get him, you're gonna be win now, but he's only gonna be around for only so many years after this in the NBA. So like I would prefer a younger one. Like if you can get Devin Booker, I think he'd be a perfect fit. If you can get I'm not throwing this Giannis thing everywhere. I'm just realistically not bad for you, Zell. The reason I don't throw Giannis is because the majority of the teams do not have an offer that the Milwaukee Bucks are just gonna want. They just don't. Like the Pistons realistically can't give the stuff that Milwaukee pretty much wants. Plus, they're not gonna want to see them because they're in the East. They're not gonna want to do that. Like the best offer that Milwaukee got during the regular season.
Milwaukee has nothing to look forward to.
Like that's what I said. They gonna want young people. They want pieces and stuff to build around, and like stuff for a future.
That's what they want. Doesn't have young pieces that they would want.
No, not that they're gonna trade. They're not trading Cade.
I hear you.
Like it's like the best offer. I think Zell, tell me if I'm wrong. If I remember right, the best offer they got during the regular season was like from the Heat. It was like Tyler Hero, somebody else, and like 3 or 4 first-round picks, and Milwaukee laughed in their face. Like, absolutely.
The Heat, and then the Julius Randle trade were the only two big ones.
And it was like
you already know that's how.
And I just have to look at it like if we're laughing at 3 and 4 first-rounders and Tyler Hero, who's a respected all-star level player or something of that nature, and somebody else, we're laughing at those trades. that means you need a monster, which is understandable considering the stupid trades like Miles Bridges and Miles Turner and freaking Rudy Gobert, their ignorant trades got. So it's understandable that the market gonna be like, bro, if y'all don't give us like a haul, we ain't even answering your phone calls. So that's why I'm not throwing Giannis like, oh, the Pistons can get Giannis. No, they can't. I'm not gonna sit and act like that without leveraging their entire.
That's why they won't do it. It's strategic, like trading that they wouldn't do
Not
it.
like Milwaukee would have to give up like 5 or 6 first rounders for their future, and like Jalen Duren and probably like their backup, the point guard they found in the backup that was doing really well. They probably have to give up all of that for them to even think about getting Giannis. And it's like, bro, they will have to torch everything, and they don't have that to be able to give out like that. They just don't. So I'm like, in my mind, majority of the teams cannot get Giannis. So I'm not going to be like, oh, Pistons can get Giannis or Cavaliers can get. No, they can't. Like, they ain't got the stuff needed to trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo. They just
So
don't.
it's just OKC that can get Giannis right now.
Huh?
Is it just OKC that can get Giannis right now? Are they only ones?
No, realistically, the people who can get Giannis, OKC could get him, Houston could get him. If San Antonio wanted him, they could get him. What other teams could probably get him? Those 3 are the main ones who definitely have the stuff to be able to go get him without crippling their team. Outside of those 3, it get a little shicey when it comes to other teams that can get him. Like, I think the Knicks could get him if they screw around and don't win the title this year. The Knicks could put up a package that they could probably go get them, some of that nature.
Okay, I'm looking it up. They offered Randle and Reed, but the reason Minnesota didn't get the trade in what's name because Minnesota wouldn't get off
Julius
Tatum
Randle
McDaniels,
and
who's a younger player.
Yeah, they wanted McDaniels. It's like, bro, like the stuff that Milwaukee wants.
Tim was like, no, we can't give you Nas, Reed, Randall, and McDaniel.
Like, that's everything. That's like, bro, like they're not doing it. That's what I'm saying. Like Milwaukee, the stuff that they want for Giannis, most teams simply cannot give them. But like for the Pistons, for example, really they're probably like, hey, yeah, we'll give you Jalen Duren and 5 first rounders and like Tobias Harris, and they'll be like, hey, yo, bro, if Cade ain't a part of the deal, we didn't want to talk to you. They'll be like, bro, we can't get you Cade. Like that's how it's gonna go. And I'm like, most teams just simply can't give them what they need.
But they were trying to get McDaniels, and they were like, bro, we ain't giving you our whole starting lineup.
I know most of them just simply can't do it.
That's what you're giving up.
Now, I wonder if they would now, but
you can't be competitive next year. If you go get Giannis, you really not gonna be competitive next year.
That's why it's only so few teams that can really do it. It's only so few teams that can realistically go.
I honestly think it's only OKC. They're the only ones that would still have a team after giving up a lot.
Well, I'll be fair. The teams that can get them, OKC could get them. Spurs could get them, and these are teams that would have something left to compete. OKC can get them. Spurs can get them.
Left to compete.
Yeah. OKC could get them easily. Spurs can get them, even though I'm sorry, Grandpa, he ain't gonna want to hear it. They're gonna have to let go of either Harper or Castle. They would
tell you right now, Castle the one ain't going because Wemby.
Like he ain't gonna want to hear it, but like they could get him.
Wemby ain't letting him Castle go. That's his best friend.
So they had to let go of one of them. They're not going, but OKC could get them. Spurs could get them. Houston could get them because they have to trade like Sengun and a bunch of picks. Houston could get them, and they just run around Kevin Durant and Fred VanVleet and stuff like that. They could get him. I don't like the idea, but I will be fair and neutral. Boston could get him because Boston would end up trading like Jason Taylor and Jaylen Brown and like a couple of picks, something that would work. But I don't think they necessarily want to because Jaylen Brown doesn't want to leave, and there's no things of any of them wanting to actually do trade things. So, but like they could get him.
Yeah, he gonna snitch on Boston right now, Steve.
Boston as a whole is not about to give up them 2 that they got right now.
No, I said like I'm saying teams that I think could do it.
Oh, that's could actually have the room flexibility to do it. Okay.
Those 4. I can't really think of nobody else off the top of my head that could do it.
So we done with Oakland, right? So it's not going to be Oakland.
Oh yeah, and the Knicks. The Knicks could do it. The Knicks, not to say it would take damn near everything the Knicks got left. They'll do something like OG Anunoby, Miles Turner, maybe Cat. I don't think they want to let go of Cat though, but like maybe Cat, but I don't think they want to let go of Cat. Be like, okay, it'd be OG Anunoby, Miles Turner, and a bunch of picks, some bush like that. They could do it, but they're not gonna want to do that unless they lose in the finals.
The Knicks. I do got a question though, because I'm thinking a lot of the other teams when they look at, like, I didn't think OKC would even want to move him, but after seeing the ascension of Wemby and Dylan Harper and Castle, I think teams are like, you know what? We might gut this team and just go for it.
Like, I always feel like OKC wouldn't want to, but I will be fair. Like I will be fair. If they can't stop them, like they can't find some kind of degree of offense to be able to compete throughout these next 4 to 6 games, They might be like, between Jalen and Chet, which one are we willing to let go of? And it's probably going to be in Jalen if I had to pick. But like, they're going to be like, well, they ain't going to want to. But like, hey, we do got like 16 draft picks that we don't give a frick about. Let's just go and take like 7 of them, pick one decent player and like here. And like, so they might do it. But, it just depends. It depends on if they lose and how they lose.
We got some hot topic questions. Let's get this in. Shai is the MVP. Is he a top five point guard of all time? If so, how about a top 5 guard? Now we got 2 out the way for point guard automatically. Let's take out 2. Magic Johnson, Steph Curry. 1, 2.
I think
I'm not even putting Steph Curry in my point guard argument, so I don't even want to do that.
okay, you don't make any sense, so we're gonna ignore that.
I ain't gonna do it then. I'm not gonna have.
They don't make any sense because Steph Curry is the point guard.
That's fine. That's fine.
He's the point guard. So anyway, but
point guard Mount Rushmore right now.
No, I say he's a point guard. I don't know what Uniqo's talking about, but
I don't know what he's
the point guard. So either way, he's a point guard. But I think top 5 point guards overall, probably, yeah. Just to be honest with you, guards overall, no. But hold on, let me see. Point guards would be like.
I've been talking about some people at work, so I want to go over there. First off, we automatically Magic
and Steph don't count. They're top 2 wins.
They top 2. So you got 3 more. Isaiah Thomas is Shai and Isaiah. What are they?
Like I think Isaiah still has them right now. It's debatable between him and Isaiah. That's the problem. Like because Isaiah's better game when it comes to like passing and all that kind of stuff, and Isaiah is the champion. It's back and forth which one you want to value between Isaiah's playmaking or like Shai's efficiency and his ability to score and stuff like that nature. Either one's fine. I'm not mad at either one that people want to put above the other one.
I'll take the 2026 nigga. Point blank period.
So when I looked at it, I'm like, who else would you can't put?
But I think point guards, yeah. I think point guards he got it. Overall guards, no.
I don't think you put John Stockton.
I don't got Stockton, but like I said, I don't think Stockton.
Maybe Oscar Robertson, but Oscar Robertson kind of like a split between the 2 and the 3. I mean, 2 and the 1.
They said he's a point guard.
I would put him over Shai because you can say he played with Kareem. So it's interesting. Well, I think he is a top 5 point guard already all time. He's 2-time MVP.
Yeah, like
triple finals MVP. Fine. He averaged 30 points for 4 straight years, which is crazy. At 50% shooting, by the way, which is crazy. He does get assists when he need them. And then top 5 guards, you got to put Kobe, Jordan, Magic, Steph. That's 4.
So between Kobe, Jordan, Magic, Steph, and I probably don't even have him above D Wade right now. So
the next list would be Isaiah and D Wade. Would be that.
He's not a top 5 guard of all time. No, top 5 point guard. Yeah, guard. No, guard. He would have to win another title for us to have that conversation.
To pass Wade.
To pass Wade. Yeah, he'd have to have to have that conversation.
Wade in that 5th spot.
No, I'm saying to have that conversation, he got to at least win another title before we have that conversation.
Then he can start sniffing at Kobe and Jordan, right?
Oh, then he can start sniffing at Wade and Oscar Robertson, not Kobe and Jordan. No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Really
I think Kobe Jordan take about 4 or 5, and I don't know what it's a certain guy in San Antonio that you're gonna have to work to beat for the rest of your career.
Bless him.
I'm not even talking about this year. I'm saying he could win this year. I'm putting down a preference that he could win his 2nd Finals MVP and after getting his 2nd MVP, but. It's a 20-year-old, a 21-year-old, a 22-year-old that's gonna get better next year, and I'm like,
based off this playoffs, he's not getting the MVP of his team right now, right?
He's not what?
He's not getting MVP right. Like based off these playoffs, he's not the MVP, right?
Somebody like
just this year, just like him, SGA as a whole, like how he's been in these playoffs.
Is he the best playoff MVP?
Like right now, because you know how we got.
I think he's the one consistent though.
Yeah, I don't really have nobody that I can say is the MVP of the Thunder for these 2 playoff drives more than him. Like, I can say it might be a bit of a team. I don't really have nobody that says above him.
That's just that series. The other 2 series, AJ wasn't like that. AJ just became Superman against the Lakers.
I can just kind of give you that, but I mean, somebody
AJ did nothing last night. AJ gave you nothing.
SGA had like some stinkers, right?
Like the one who came through last night was Caruso, but that's more of an anomaly than anything. But like regularly, like I said, between the last 2 playoff series, I don't really have nobody that I think just was like other than SGA was the most consistent. And like I said, he hadn't had a crazy playoff run.
He has not had a crazy. He's had a
He
22
hasn't.
point
But just
game.
nobody
solid.
on the Thunder has really
not a
just been
bad
like,
game by any stretch.
yeah, nobody in the Thunder has really just been like lights and thunder and everything above everybody. So it's like, I mean, he's been there. He's been
didn't really
straight.
do nothing in the first series against Phoenix, but
He's been straight. So I'm like, I give it to him out of by default because I don't think nobody on the Thunder has just been outright dominant. Like matter of fact, the only other person from the second, maybe the only other person I can think of, maybe from like the second series, especially, is like a Jay Mitchell. It's like the only other person I think of that you might can say that. But he's the only other one. Like other than that,
last night either.
no, yeah, I was kind of last night. No, I'm just saying like based off the first two series, the only other person other than SGA is like a Jay Mitchell, and that's the only.
He killed in Phoenix because I know he killed the Lakers.
He came up in Phoenix. He didn't kill the Phoenix. He did good in Phoenix. I think he had like 18 points average, something like that. But he did good in Phoenix. He just didn't kill him in Phoenix.
Yeah, so
he killed him in the Lakers.
But yeah, he'd probably be the best in this year.
But no, like
he on a nice roll. By the way, I don't think when I was asking people this question, they didn't want to put him there just because I'm being honest. He feels like when I talk to people, because I always ask questions to people how people feel. He feel like the Tim Duncan of point guards, and people just don't want to give him credit.
I mean, yeah, because that's the thing that I will say. Yeah, it is true.
Getting where we ain't talking about no.
I mean, the best thing about the Thunder that I do understand and people respect is that they're not flashy. They're not pretty to watch. They're not going to do a whole bunch of crazy things behind crazy passes. No, they're just mostly efficient, strategic. I could not like they're efficient, strategic, and they're gonna do like fundamental stuff. Even though people hate them because like the foul calls and stuff, but they're just efficient.
WNBA.
And all that, and they're gonna go. And then you got these other ones who, to be fair, the Spurs are the same way. They just have this generational 7-foot player that does some stuff that looks crazy because he's 7'5". So it's just amazing.
And he hates people. And lets everybody know he hates.
Yeah, he don't like shit, bro. He don't like
good factors. Those
are
good
like
factors.
Yo, you interview everybody. Hey, how did you feel about like every other player in the league? Luka, Shai, everybody. Well, they deserved it. I don't know if I ain't gonna press for the MVP. Like, yeah, man, he got the MVP. I was pissed off. I'm like, everybody, yes. Somebody finally said they want awards instead of trying to be. I'm this humble person.
It should have been.
Like, I ain't humble. Bitch, I want many. I want many MVP.
Yeah, they just. Yeah, he ain't. He don't like shit.
He said that after game one.
Yeah, he don't like shit. I'm sorry.
Damn the Chet part. He said I was supposed to have MVP, and I did take that personally, which is what Chet should do. Take this matchup personally for your guy. Point blank. Period.
I'm with it to the point that they gotta find. Like I said, they gotta find some offense that's consistent and they can use. I don't know if they can do that and be able to.
I'm just saying, take it personally. This guy that you're supposed to be guarding is saying he's better than your guy. Yeah. Go get him. Go, Chet. Go.
We have another question, but let's go to the Knicks. We're going through every team in the conference right now. Can Jalen Brunson and Cat lead the Knicks to a finals and win over the Western Conference, who people are calling the real NBA Finals? The Western Conference Finals, the real NBA Finals.
Yeah,
even ESPN called it that today. I'm like, that's
just as easily been the Hawks.
I saw Michael Wilbon call the Eastern Conference Final the JV, and I'm like, that's crazy. JV is crazy. If you know the difference between JV and varsity, it's a giant gap. And I'm like, I don't know if it's that much of a gap between.
No, it's not. It's that much of a gap because of Wemby. But look, I'm going to say this and be fine. The answer to the question, yes. The series can go both ways. Right now, it's 4-8, 4-6. So Cleveland is fighting. So it can go both ways. But if it ends up being the series that most people predict, which is like I ain't going to say most people, that some people predict, which is the Knicks versus the Spurs, that actually may be more of a competitive matchup than people want to give it credit for. And it's mainly because people forget the Knicks played the Spurs in the regular season. The Knicks beat the Spurs in the regular season with Wembanyama on the floor. Like, it is not impossible for the Knicks to be able to win. And like I said before this game here, if the Knicks play the way they've been playing, even some degree of close to the way they've been playing. Like, because I said the 3-point shooting, I think that's an anomaly. I don't think it's just sustainable. But if they play well, efficiently, it is not impossible for the Knicks to beat the Spurs because they've shown that they can do so. It's just we don't feel like they will do that, but it is possible for them to win. Now, will the series be more competitive than the OKC and the Spurs? maybe not. But we're also seeing that the Spurs OKC one may not be as competitive as people think it is, because the game we saw last night might be the most competitive game you see of the entire series if the Spurs, have less turnovers and get more shooting out of their other people, and De'Aaron Fox comes back. They did all this without De'Aaron Fox, mind you. So we'll see what effect he has, but he doesn't turn over the ball that much.
26 turnovers, 30% from 3 and still wins. It's crazy.
I said,
never win a game like that. I don't know.
De'Aaron Fox, while he hasn't been super efficient, he's been off and on some of these games in the series. He doesn't turn over the ball like that. So if the Spurs get better and the Thunder don't rise to that level, then this series might be really quick when people were talking about the Western Conference Finals, the real finals, versus you see the Knicks and you be like, oh, the Knicks or whatever. You might be surprised, but that's if they get past this Cavaliers team, which is giving them, at least for halftime, all that they can handle. And if you get a Cavaliers versus Spurs matchup, look, it ain't going to be like, well, actually, it really might be like the time when LeBron went against them, and they got swept. It might be like that.
I can agree.
So, I was just saying, you might want to look at the other matchup.
They that much better. They are.
I'll tell you right now, Jared Allen, and Evan Mobley, they do not want to see Victor Wembanyama in the paint. I'm going to tell you right now, they do not want to see that. They are having to deal with Cat. Cat's one thing. They don't want to see Victor Wembanyama in the paint. That's not going to be pretty. So, you think James Harden want to go up against Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper? Absolutely not.
No,
so I'm going to tell you right now, that matchup is not going to be pretty if they get past these Knicks.
No.
So,
and then the
just
thing
be careful what y'all wish for.
You can literally put Fox on Reed because all he do is get cardio.
Well, I'm going to tell you that.
I mean,
Wade.
What's the name? Wade? The Wade dude literally just goes and runs for 30 minutes and has no points every game.
Dean Wade.
Dean Wade gonna run it.
Dean Wade just goes out there and runs and has no points and just plays 28 minutes. And I'm like, how do you not even shoot the ball for 28 minutes? You just ran down the court.
Hey, shout out my boy Dean Wade.
Without having pressure on him.
My boy
Dean Wade. I think
my boy Dean Wade. He got 16 minutes, 3 points. 3 rebounds, 3 assists. My man is consistent across the board.
Last series, he had no points.
Hold on. How many defensive stops and knock out of bounds do he got? So you don't count that.
He got a defensive rebound. I don't know what to tell you. He got no turnovers.
He don't get the ball.
Well, I'm saying,
y'all better quit playing with
saying that Cavaliers matchup not gonna be pretty, but either way, maybe Cavaliers can shock us.
He don't get the ball thrown to him.
Cavaliers might shock us. Who knows? Either way, the Knicks got all they can handle right now. It's 48-46. We'll see what happens. But
by the way, the game was bad.
How many Donovan got right now?
Went on a 21-8 run to end the half, so that's how they came back.
I mean, what?
Oh, so the Cavs went on a crazy run.
Yeah, 21-8 run to end the half.
Yeah,
so they was down big, but the Knicks
they just turned it on and scored like
the game that everybody wants. Let's be honest. The league wants
the Knicks versus Wemby.
They want the Knicks versus Wemby. They want Wemby in Madison Square Garden. And the Knicks fans to boo.
I mean,
we don't want the Knicks in Madison Square Garden, no.
Well, no, they want the game for the money. If you're talking about just pure money, you want
what the league want.
No, I get that.
I'm talking about what the league want. The league want money, and they want the finals in Madison Square Garden. That's what the league want. Can you imagine the celebrity star power that would show up in Madison Square Garden for the finals? It would be insane. It would be insane. The amount of star power that would show up there would be crazy. Yes, they wanted it in Madison Square Garden.
If it goes 7 games, are you watching all 7 games despite our job? But I'm saying, are you going to click back and forth between reading a manga on your phone and going to TikTok, or are you going to be all the way engaged? I love basketball.
If the Knicks, are you talking about if the Knicks play the Spurs?
If it's Knicks Spurs. Let's say it's Knicks Spurs.
Absolutely, I'm watching 7 games. If they go 7 games, that means the Knicks have found something that works. I'll get Victor Wembanyama, and I'm finna watch that to see how that happens. You ain't Skippy, I'm gonna watch that. Can you imagine a game 7, Spurs and Knicks? Well, no, it wouldn't be in Madison Square Garden. It would be in San Antonio. Imagine game 6. I don't care if it's 3-2, 2-3. Imagine game 6 in Madison Square. Matter of fact, screw game 6. Imagine game 3.
They switched it up. It's 2-3-2-1, right? It's 2-3-2-1.
Nah, it had to be 2-3-2 then.
Or
if it's in the final.
2-3-2.
Oh yeah. So yeah, imagine game 3, Madison Square Garden.
They got 3 games in a row, right?
Yeah. I don't care what the score is. If it's 2, I don't care if it's 1-1, 2-0, 0-2. The money that's gonna come from that game will feed families.
Listen, these Knicks in San Antonio for Game 4 is like 380. If the Knicks play in San Antonio, that shit gonna be 1,000. I already know it.
The star power that would show up in New York City
is Texas really running to go support the Spurs against New York? Because I'm just
we ain't running.
I ain't gonna lie, the stadium always full, dog.
It's not that. It's the star power.
Like the franchise.
New York City.
But the problem with that is
New York City gonna pull up. I don't think the Knicks fans gonna pull up to the Spurs like that.
I'm gonna tell you one thing I know about Knicks fans. They will pay Spurs fans 10 times as much just to get a ticket.
Man, when I tell you,
why would you
I saw my boy in Philadelphia said some dude his ticket was $400. Some dude gave him $4,000 for his ticket. a New Yorker gave him $4,000. Huh?
Why would you care about the Knicks that much? I just don't understand.
We have not seen the Knicks fans. We ain't seen the Knicks fans turn up.
You care about the Cowboys more than the Knicks. Cowboys ain't won nothing. At least the Knicks.
We ain't seen the Knicks fans. The little snippet we got was last year at this time when the Knicks was going up against the Pacers and the Knicks was going crazy because they were figuring, we already got the finals locked up. We just gonna beat the heck out of them. You forgot how Knicks fans was acting last year? They was acting wild. Imagine that times 10. Imagine that times 10 if they make the finals. Ooh. Bro, and then, like I said, the star power.
Do they even care? Do the Knicks fans actually even care?
I seen them, bro. Have you not seen them? Go on TikTok right now and go look up New York and watch Spider-Man go crazy.
No, just go back and look at the stuff that was on TikTok and Twitter last year at this time.
That's Halliburton, though.
Knicks and Pacers. Go back and look at what the internet was doing last year at this time for Knicks and Pacers. It was wild.
But do they really
Monray, ask Halliburton how they treat him in New York.
Do they really love the Knicks? Do New York Knicks fans really love the Knicks, though?
Matter of fact, Grandpa.
There's 2 teams I know love their fans despite no matter what.
Eagles
New York and Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, yeah, Dallas too. But Grandpa, remember when they were building this was before Game 1, Knicks Pacers. You remember they were building that rivalry when Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton popped up on Monday Night Raw and was building that rivalry then? They did that.
We had them still knuckles. We had them
Imagine the stuff and the marketing they would pull if the Knicks in the finals. Just imagine.
They boo Reggie Miller to this day, dog. They still booing Reggie Miller.
Like, man, I'm
like basketball. I just want to know, New York fans, can y'all tell us in the comments? Do y'all actually even like them?
Or man, just like having it's crazy.
Hey, bro,
it's gonna be crazy.
Okay, yo, I gotta just go to Game 4, 76, and listen to that crowd and tell me who was the home team.
Are they
I'm a 76 fan. I'm like, why are they cheering the Knicks?
Are Knicks fans there just to be evil?
Did you watch the game, Murray?
Do they
That was crazy. Knicks fans took over their stadium, bro. It made no sense.
They took over in Philadelphia?
They took over their stadium.
Bro, they were cheering the Knicks, and I'm sitting there like, what the?
They took over their stadium, bro. It made no sense.
Go crazy. I'm like,
man, Philly is fickle anyway.
Yo, Stephen A. Smith was. I'm disgusted. But we got one more question before we get. Man, maybe we get done. This is just a fun question because I hope we never have to really deal with it, but we probably might have. In the future, which player should the Spurs build a team around guard wise? If you had no, I'm gonna change this question. I wrote this yesterday. I got a better question. Future Spurs player, you have a team, and let's say one of y'all have the team, right? But you get first pick to build a team around this player and have a bunch of random players. Who would you build your team around?
Dylan Harper.
Castle or Dylan Harper?
Dylan Harper.
I seen a bunch of split decisions when I asked this.
It's Castle for me.
Like, I feel like Dylan Harper's ceiling is better, especially when it comes to offensive. And I feel like it's harder, for me at least, it's harder to find a really skillful offensive guard, especially a point guard. It's hard to find that nowadays in the league. A wonderful defensive person like Stephon Castle is great, but I feel like I can make defense work as long as you have a decent amount of effort. It's hard to find just a really skilled offensive guard at 20. And mind you, if I remember right, didn't Dylan Harper have like 7 steals last night? That's just not easy to find.
James Harden. They play
like, that's just not easy for me to find, bro. I feel like that's harder for me to get. Like Stephon Castle, he's good offensively as well, but he's also just like really, really good defensively. I'm like, I feel like I can make a defense work as long as I got a decent amount of effort. It's hard to find a James Harden, D Wade type of player that's a thief and can give you 30. That is hard to find, bro. I'm sorry. I feel like if I got to pick with just random players, I can make Dylan Harper work. I'm like, I can just make that work. Like a bunch of random players, he a thief, and I say thief like, he's really good at steals and stuff. That's just not easy for me to find. I'll take Dylan Harper.
But the thing I'm gonna say this.
Oh, go ahead.
Where you go? You go.
I was gonna say the reason I take Castle is because you cannot take away the effect that you have on a game when you dunk on boys like that. That does something to your whole team, bro. Athletic. That's a big thing. Like that'll make me go out there and put 6 points up just because I just saw you do that. And I'm just so hyped. You know what I mean? And what we saw at the end of that game the other night, or just last night rather, that dunk, man, bro, you gotta feel some type of way about yourself to do what he did at that point in time in the game. Like that was the exclamation point. And so I want a guy like that on my team. I
like this question because they both are 21 and 20. And Castle just turned, by the way, Castle turned 21 in March. so that was
I'm like, bro, you that good.
And Harper just turned 20 and like right before that. So I'm like,
can you imagine him dunking for the next 10 years on people just randomly?
I'm just like, bro, I think Dylan Harper 20 and you like this?
Dylan Harper.
What's Dylan Harper's ceiling? What do y'all think his ceiling is? That's what I want.
James Harden play defense.
I was gonna say like
James Harden that can play defense.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like his ceiling might be like I don't know. I don't want to say ceiling, but I think like the type of player he could grow up to be. He said James Harden. I think like D Wade. Like I really think I'm thinking like a D Wade type player. It's good. He's quick. He's good. He's quick. He can steal, like I say, he's effective on the defensive end, but like can also lead the offensive need be. And like if I got a nitpick against like Castle or something, I don't want him to have like a turnover problem or something. But that's young. I feel like I can get through that. But like I feel like Harper, I can work to where I can work you through leading an offense and even being an engine or something of that nature. And I that's hard to find at 20.
I'm gonna say this.
Harper. I want Harper. I want both of them. Both of them are amazing players. Both are amazing.
Dylan Harper is like a stronger, taller, bigger, play defense version of James Harden. Where I see Castle is like a leader type dude who like they follow on the team. I also think he's a better passer. People don't give him credit, but he take way more risk, so he turns on the ball more.
Dylan Harper is a better passer? Or
no, Castle a better passer.
Okay.
But the problem with Castle is he is a better passer, but he take way more risk. So that's why you get 11 assists, 11 turnovers. He will take a lot more risk with the ball. Castle, like when you watch Harper play, he'll get assists, but most of the time he's looking to get his shot off.
He's gonna score. He's gonna score, boy.
Yeah. Castle's like, I'm gonna get everybody set up. I'm gonna do this, boom, boom. Let me do my role. That's why it's kind of easier when Fox in the game, which I was telling West earlier, because he feels less pressure to get everybody involved. Because Fox can do that too.
Yeah, so Harper can just focus on scoring, and then Castle is just going to.
Because Castle, even with him, Castle will get you 8-10 assists. Like if you watch the games, you don't really see Harper getting like 12 assists. You can see him getting a lot of rebounds, but you don't see him getting many assists.
But this is the thing
Castle
that
gets a lot of assists, and he's more athletic.
And the thing that we don't count in the scorebook is the fact that I know that at the end of the day, a dunk is still 2 points. But when you be dunking on people, that does a lot in the actual game. For you and the rest of your teammates, when they see you, when everybody get up out the bench and be like, oh, all that, because that came from your point guard, that can do a lot to make everybody else a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? I just know how I would act if I see my point guard just dunk on everybody. I mean, he does it effortlessly, like, and it's always out of nowhere. And then he'll even do it on rebounds. Like, Castle, I don't know. I go forward with him if I had to.
And I'll say this too. Castle has always won his entire career. He has always won.
I think he knows
like
when
UConn, his rookie year, won a championship as leader of the team.
He knows when he needs to do that.
High school, he always won. College, his only year at UConn, won a championship. Like, so it's like something to say about him too. So it's a nice problem to have when you got two guards that you can say, hey, both of them could be Hall of Famers. Oh, they both could be Hall of Famers.
How much can you pay your top three like franchise players, right? Like at a time, is it $55 million? Is that the top that you can do three players?
On when it is, but they're all gonna get that first time.
Going right now, it's about that because that's what OKC plays their three. All three of them, SGA, Chet, and Jalen all make around like 50 to 55 to 60 million. So it's about right.
Figured out about everybody else.
Yeah, but luckily all the rest of the people are either on like really small contracts like Caruso, or they're all like draft picks that are on like rookie contracts.
Rookie deal.
Wemby don't get his next max till the end of next year.
Yeah, Wemby gonna reset.
Then you got years that like you could possibly win 3 or 4 championships before.
Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle, you ain't have to worry about theirs until like 2 and 3 years from now. Possibly Wemby,
so
he gonna reset the market.
Like you can literally win 4 championships before you even have to worry about this problem if you do it.
Dylan gonna have to reset the market next year, but it's gonna like for the Spurs, they can win. Like I said, potentially 3 or 4. It's gonna worry. Oh, Wemby's gonna reset the market next year. When he
reset it for everybody.
It's over with. He gonna reset the market. He getting paid at least $60 million a year, straight up. At least 6. Matter of fact, no, it's gonna be more than that because
Embiid got 6.
Like Embiid, JB and JT. When I say JB, like Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum, they both get 60 a year. They both get 60 a year. Wemby's probably looking at like 65. I'm gonna say 65 to 70 a year. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. I'm gonna tell you that much. It's gonna be big.
Because Luka gonna get that too.
It's gonna be big. Luka, he already on his extension. Luka's already on his extension, I think.
So
I thought he had one more that he could do. I thought he had one more he was waiting.
Yeah, but like that's not gonna be for a few years. Luka's on his extension. He's not going. He signed an extension with the Lakers last year. He's not going anywhere.
So
but like Wemby and Maxey,
do the way it's set up right now would be 5 years, $252 million because it's his first one. With the escalator though, which is incentives will make it $300 million.
Yeah, he getting it. He getting it.
So who is it?
It's going to be July 6, 2026, which will be this year.
Who would it be?
That's when it starts this year, but it goes through next year. Because
they signed them this year. They can go ahead and lock that in early so they ain't got to pay as much.
Maxey getting that right. Maxey paid. They getting that right.
I don't know when Maxey
and then does Brunson come back?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know if Maxey getting
that. Maxey wasn't the year Wemby was. Maxey just got paid, didn't he?
Maxey got paid.
Yeah, Maxey got paid 204, 5 years, 204 already last year.
Yeah, I was say Maxey wasn't getting the $300 million one. I don't think he was getting it, but he got paid, and then.
But Wemby got all awards, so you get the most accolades you get.
Wemby, I said Wemby's gonna reset it for a reason. Like Wemby's gonna get paid, he's gonna be big. So as much as he can get from him, he gonna get.
Okay, so Wemby's the bar. So who gets paid just $1 million or $5 million less than that? That's what you got to think of now. Who?
You ain't got to worry about that for years, though. So
think so.
Yeah,
I mean, Dylan Harper just got drafted this year. Stephon Castle was last year. They're not got to extend them for like another 2 or 3 years. The only one on that payroll that they're gonna have to worry about is De'Aaron Fox's contract. His is annoying, and that starts next year.
They'll send him off somewhere, I think.
That his is annoying. I mean, his contract is a little rough, but he's the only one that's really negative on their books. Everybody else is pretty much like a rookie contract or like a small contract. Like
Dylan Harper's at $57 million a year.
What
you said? $57 million?
$57 million a year. 4 year, $229 million.
Dylan Harper already signed his, or that was just like
De'Aaron Fox. I don't know. I'll say Harper. Fox.
Yeah, I was saying De'Aaron Fox is he's the only one. Yeah, Dylan Harper probably gonna get something.
Remember, De'Aaron Fox already got a bunch of like all
Fox
awards and stuff already.
Fox is the only one that's on their books right now. Everybody else is pretty much like rookie deals and small deals on the Spurs right now. And then Wemby, they probably go ahead and extend Wemby this year. And then
they ain't got to worry about anybody else.
They ain't really got to worry about nobody else for like another 2 or 3 years.
I think
they just got passed on Harper for a second.
Yeah,
I think Vassell just signed too, right?
Which one of them, and I'll leave you alone after that. Which one of them two do you think is gonna go off and be selfish first and be like, I can have my own team? Which one do you think is more capable of doing
I'm gonna tell you living here, I'm gonna tell you right now, Wemby not letting Castle leave. They best friends.
You said they good friends.
Bro, at the end of the game, Castle really went up to Wemby and said, that's my best friend, the best fucking player in the world. They like if you're around this city, they are like listen. Wemby said it in the interview here. He was like, listen.
It depends. I mean, to answer Uniqo's question, it depends on how much they win. I'm be fair. If they
I'm gonna
win,
tell you what I told them West earlier. If they win 3 championships, Dylan Harper gonna be like, you know what?
I'm good. Yeah,
I'm
like
going to
that's
the
a,
Lakers.
Now if they don't win championships, and he'd be like, yo, I want to win with this team because it's my
yeah,
best.
like if for some reason they don't win, then they'll probably stay together or try to stay together. But because what will end up happening is by the time Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle are up for their extensions, De'Aaron Fox's money, his contract will be done ran out, and they'll probably let him go and move Castle and Dylan Harper up to like starting lineups and stuff and be done with it. And so what's gonna end up happening is like how much they win will determine if one of them is like cool with leaving. Otherwise, they'll be like
I said, I'm gonna tell you a secret. It's not a secret in San Antonio. If anybody leaves, it's Dylan Harper.
I mean, no, I'm saying like if it works, they'll be like the next edition of Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and Tim Duncan. Like all three of them would just sit there. They will not go anywhere.
But way better.
Yeah, like I said, they're just not gonna go anywhere. They're gonna be like, bro, if it works, they will not go anywhere. They'll sit there and stay, especially because Popovich is still around, Tim Duncan's still around, giving them advice and stuff like that. Like, bro, if it works, they're not going anywhere. They'll just sit there and stay. They're like, what's the point of leaving?
So take Wemby out of the equation. Who's the 3? Is Castle?
It's Castle, Harper, and right now it'll be Fox.
They're gonna eventually be Carter Bryant.
But I think they're gonna get De'Aaron. I think they would get De'Aaron out of there.
It'll be Carter Bryant who'd be the other.
I'm pretty sure. By the way, 2029 is when they have to pay Harper. Fox will be gone by then.
No, I said like his contract being ran out by then. His contract being ran out by another 2 years when they might let him go.
And then I think they might sign Harper for like 4 years, and he'll be 28, and then he'll probably want to leave by then.
No, so I think if it works, they'll just stick. They'll stick. They don't be no point in leaving because like, bro, they already in San Antonio where they're not gonna have no income tax or nothing. Like they're not gonna want to leave.
No state income tax.
Yeah, they're not gonna want to leave.
I'm telling you right now, it is beautiful here.
They are not gonna want to leave unless like something happens to where like they'll get like disgruntled or something. If they're winning and it works and like no income tax, they are a friend. They're like, bro, we'll sit here. They'll stay. They got no reason to leave.
Like I said, if anybody leave, it'll be Dylan Harper. But we ain't talking about that.
That makes sense.
But like I said, that'll be 2033 or something before.
Because I feel like the Spurs organization would come to Castle first and be like, "Hey, we really want you around." Before they would go with Harper, I think.
I'm gonna say to be fair. I'm gonna say
Wemby love Harper.
I'm gonna say to be fair, it depends on how the two develop. I'm gonna be real. Like it depends on how they develop as players.
A business decision could be made later on.
Yeah, it's always business first. It's all business first. So like,
I understand.
Like, it depends on how they evolve as players over the next 2 or 3 years. Like if Dylan Harper erupts and be's like another top level star or whatever and score whatever the case may be, and Castle doesn't evolve the same way or something of that nature, then yeah, like they might let Castle go and keep Harper. Vice versa, if Castle erupts and being like another Kawhi Leonard type of person or something of that nature, or a great point forward, whatever he wants to be, and Dylan Harper ends up being just like a Sean Livingston or something like that, something like that, then they'll go the other way. And then if both of them end up erupting, they're gonna try to keep both. It just depends on how they evolve as players, and we'll see that as the game continues to go on.
Listen, if you want to piss Wemby off, get rid of Castle. I'm telling you what I know from being here. At comic book stores, everything. If you want to piss Wemby off, get rid of Castle. That's his best friend. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna do whatever it takes to keep that one specific one and hope they can keep the other.
If you want to piss Wemby off, you'll have.
We just really stated that they have 2 possible Hall of Fame guards with a generational center. That's a crazy problem to have.
They shouldn't break them up. I was saying I wouldn't break that up.
That's a great problem to have. And they all 22, 21, and 20.
You got 10 years.
You know what I'm saying?
You got 10 years of it.
It's like a winning version of like when OKC. By the way, shout out to OKC. Sam Preston might be one of the. I ain't gonna say might be that man.
He might be the best president right now.
That man just drafts and.
He might be the best president. Like I said, him and in San Antonio for the great luck they've been for. Sam Preston probably is the best president right now. Just being honest.
He hustled Kawhi and them to get Paul George. He got a 2-time MVP. Yo, trading Shai for Paul George is crazy. Now you look back.
I mean, yeah, looking back now. Back then we was like,
I thought it was crazy back then, but y'all know I have like now a secret agenda against Paul George since he cussed me and West out that time in 2017. So Paul George, he shouldn't be traded for nobody but Hamilton.
And I was at his daughter's birthday party, so I mean, I got a little different feeling about him. But at the end of the day, basketball, keeping it basketball. At that point in time, you would have took Paul George. Easy.
At that point in time, we didn't know what SGA was going to become. So
absolutely, that's what I'm saying. You would have done it.
Yeah, I mean, because we was like, if you were the Clippers at the time, you were thinking you were one person away from, potentially winning everything and redoing the whole LA mantra. So yeah, I probably would have did it too.
Absolutely. I would have done it too. Yep.
Golly, boy. If only they knew.
2019.
Yeah, if only they knew, boy.
Oklahoma City. And by the way, let's go over some of these draft picks was crazy. They traded for Paul George. OKC they traded Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and a bunch of first round picks.
How many first round picks
they got? They got the 2021 first round pick, 2022, 2023 pick swap, 2024, 2025, 2025, and 2026 draft pick.
Who is those players? Is that on there?
Well, no, Uniqo, realize what they get. Remember, just to put it in perspective, they got at
I'm
least
tell you right now. Okay, Jalen Williams, the second best player.
No, I'm saying like before he gets into I'm saying they got an all-star, or not gonna say that they got an SGA, Gallinari, who was a good role player, and 6 first-round draft picks or pick swaps. Imagine what Milwaukee wants for Giannis. That was for Paul George.
You got to get more than Paul George.
They got the picks they got from SGA. George. That's Melanin. What's that? Queen, how are you?
That's why I say most teams can't go get Giannis right now.
The picks are OKC. They mostly traded most of these picks away, by the way.
So who are these people?
SGA, Jalen Williams. So they 2 best players apparently. Then they swapped their third pick for a 2028 Dallas swap. So we'll see how they go. Then they got Thomas Sorba. Then they got the Spurs protected pick in 2027, which I think they did swap. And then the 2026 this year's Clippers pick, which y'all saw what it was. It's the
pick. Number 5 pick.
Number 5?
Yeah, so they got number 5 pick for
No. The Thunder got like the number 16 pick or whatever. 14, 12, 14, 16, something like that.
5 off of us.
I mean, whatever the Clippers pick was.
Yeah, the Clippers got one off.
The Clippers got what's the name pick? Indiana pick. So
yeah, they got the Indiana pick for the Zubac trade.
That was stupid. Yo, tell you
at the time it wasn't, because like if it was anything top 4, which they had a good shot, it wasn't stupid on paper. It's just a chance that they took. I'm not mad at it for that. It was just like they almost got a top 4 pick and still kept moving.
That set us back though. That set us back a lot.
It was just unlucky. It was unlucky.
But that's unlucky.
But technically, the 2 best players on the Oklahoma City came from Paul George.
You said who else?
Jalen Williams and SGA.
That's what they got out of all these moves they've been making, and the rest of everything else.
And Thomas Sorda, who don't play, and I think is a really good player from Georgetown, but he can't get on the court because they got too many good players.
That makes sense.
But we got one. I think we got enough time to do this last thing real quick. It's not taking too much time on though. Who do we got? Jaylen Brown versus Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, this won't take long.
Monte?
Oh, I have neither because they're both not giving full context. I think I can't remember where I said this before, but no, neither one of them are giving full context. Stephen A. Smith, and I went back and made sure to watch all the vids, all the streams, and everything. And it's being honest. Is Jaylen Brown right about some parts? Yes, he's right about how the media likes to spin narratives. They like to take clips of stuff and go viral and all that kind of stuff and manipulate the stuff that they're putting out. It's 100% true when he says, media and real journalism is dead because journalism have their own biased opinions and their own things that they're trying to spin and stuff. That's 100% accurate. There's nothing wrong with him saying that. That is the truth. As we clearly saw through some things like, I'm going to keep on using the Cam Newton because it's just the most recent, but like Cam Newton thing, like we clearly see that a bunch of media is narratives because that's how they get spun. That's how they get viral. That's how they get money. I get it. It is what it is. We also understand that Jaylen Brown is also not giving full context, even on the clip that he was using, because when you're saying F Stephen A. Smith and all that kind of stuff for the clip that he did on that episode of, I want to say it was Get Up or something of that nature, But
Stephen
when you talk,
A, B, and C is what he said.
yeah, and the problem is one, some of the stuff that you took offense with, Stephen A. Smith didn't even say. Some of it was started out by Kendrick Perkins, and nowhere in that did you mention Kendrick Perkins' name at all. Like the whole point when he was talking about what if Jason Tatum doesn't like being in uncontrolled environments, because he was referring to when they mentioned that Jason Tatum ain't popped up on your stream nothing that yet of the nature. Kendrick Perkins said that first. And Stephen A. Smith was like, oh, yeah, like, just like Kendrick Perkins said. He said this, and Kendrick Perkins said it literally a couple minutes before, like, Stephen A. Smith took the role. Like, he said it. So it's like, why, and like Stephen A. Smith said in his rebuttal, why did you only point me out? And everybody was up there talking different stuff. It's like you also are trying to put on a narrative by using me, who's the quote-unquote most famous or viral one out of everybody, to push your own stream or something, instead of talking about everybody in a neutral fashion when all of us was up there talking about you. And then Stephen A. was even like, and I didn't even attack you personally. I was talking about stuff when it brought to the rumors or the narratives and stuff that was going around about you when it refers to your stream, not about you personally. So when Stephen A. gave his rebuttal, he was right in those instances and stuff. So like, yeah, Jalen Brown didn't give full context and those kind of things. That's true. And he didn't go at everybody like he was supposed to. That's true. On the opposite end, yeah, Stephen A. Smith was shiesty. He was saying stuff that was a bit out of pocket, when it comes to you being to sit down or whatever and cool. And it's also right that when ESPN gave Stephen A. Smith his rebuttal, the only part that they showed of his entire 10, 11-minute stream was the part where he was like, F Stephen A. Smith, F Stephen A., Stephen B., Stephen C., or whatever. They did not play any of the part where he was talking about how journalism is dead and how the media loves to spin narratives, literally proving his point that ESPN was pushing to help spin the narrative of just Jalen Brown showing the most viral part where he was cussing him out instead of everything else he was talking about, and then let Stephen A. talk about that to help paint Stephen A. in more of a positive light in that instance. So he was literally proving his point, and they were being shiesty in the same fashion. So yes, they both were wrong because they both was right, but not giving full context and everything. So am I on nobody's side? No. I understand both points and why they did, some of why they did what they did. But no, it's not a side. It's just like both of them have points that were right, but both of them are leaving out important context in both of their arguments. So it's just like, it is what it is. Even Stephen A., when Stephen A. even made a point of pointing out throughout all of this, you still have not made full acknowledgement of the wrong that you did, in that this whole thing started because Jalen Brown came on there 24 hours after blowing a 3-1 lead and, did a stream that had questionable statements from him that did not have full context, and the media took that and ran with it, when the whole coming on stream 24 hours after a 3-1 lead was just not a good idea. And he did not take accountability for that. And Jalen Brown, as far as the streams that we've seen thus far, as I've seen thus far, still has not acknowledged that that was a bad idea. So, and Stephen A. said this. So I say there are points made by both. Both are right. But both are missing context and not taking full accountability for everything. So it is what it is. It's just another fun narrative thing that the media and everybody's going to spin to try to get some stuff to talk about. Oh, this is why Jalen Brown, quote unquote, might not be happy, and T-Mac busting out extra random crap for no apparent reason and all this other stupid mess, and Kendrick Perkins busting out random stuff about a podcast stuff that ain't got, like Jalen Brown said, ain't got nothing to do with the importance of talking about the game and everything. Just stupid stuff. I get it. But ultimately, they're both feeding the media. That's what I got.
But the only thing I ain't reading none of this. I ain't care about it. That's why it was the last time on my show. I didn't even go through.
Shame on you.
You're an athlete. What's going on with you, man?
Like I said,
if it ain't about the Spurs, you don't care about it. That's what it is.
That's what I'm at. At this point, I don't think you give a
damn. If it ain't about the Spurs, you don't care.
But listen, we got into all the hoops. I just want the real hoops. This is just side quest journeys of on a man on his stream complaining about referees, and then Stephen A. getting mad, and they start talking about.
Don't whoopsie do me to death. Go ahead.
But I want to say this, Stephen A. I need you to stop threatening athletes. That's it. Stop threatening athletes. Like, if I got stories on you, you really want me to do real journalism?
That's what they say.
Huh? You want me to do real journalism? Huh? If I do it, how do people in Boston feel about you? How do people on your team feel about you? Perk got text messages about you. And I'm saying, like, bro, you don't know who I am. And you did this to LeBron too, bro. Stop that. Weird. That's weird. Stop threatening people like you got something. LeBron, I'll ruin your career. They don't seem to be that weird. What do you really got? I want to know what you really got. Is it what Perk got? Some former players say they don't rock. Matter of fact, even when Perkins said it, he made it sound so like Monray. He made it sound like it was some of the worst things ever. They literally said in the text, which I don't know why he exposing texts on live about what people told him in confidence, but he did. Monray, he said, "Well, I don't agree with Jalen about that." How was that? Damn it, he just didn't agree with one thing. The fuck? This former player, like, man, JB tripping.
Can I be honest about something when just about the former players thing? I'm gonna be 100% serious. It's not to no disrespect to none of them or anything of that nature. The word of former players of organizations just does not seem that important in today's day and age. Like once you leave the organization, it just your word or your opinion about what the organization is doing just does not seem, at least for me on paper, it does not seem that important afterwards. Like if I was to watch on ESPN or something and I'm seeing Paul George be like, yeah, when I was in the organization, this is how they run, this is how you should act like this, that, and the other, but you're not in the organization anymore. You haven't been in the organization in years. It's not, we don't fully know if you're super tied in with the organization in that way to know what they're doing when it comes to presidential and basketball decisions. So therefore, I'm like, when Kendrick Perkins like, oh yeah, former players are like, yeah, JB, we ain't cool with that. We don't agree with that. I'm looking like, who cares? Like, you don't really have that much relevance on their decisions anymore. And I'm talking about the current players and possibly the organization. Like I'm thinking in my mind, Brad Stevens ain't really looking. I'm just using him as an example. Brad Stevens ain't finna be like a Paul Pierce. What you think about trading Derek White for Jamal Murray? I don't think that's how they're working with these former players. It's just like you did your part. You were a part of a great organization, and you've been able to move on and do great things in your life. But I'm like, everybody ain't necessarily like. I'm thinking like Tim Duncan, like tied into the organization, still back there making decisions. Like I'm just like, most of y'all have gone on with your life and just doing stuff. I don't like what. So I'm like when they reading them text messages, I'm like,
I'll be honest, I doubt it's Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce stupid enough, he'll say it on live. He feel like
I'm just saying, like when Kendrick Perkins or like Stephen A, when they were reading them text messages, like, oh yeah, like this person, this anonymous former Celtic player was like, and this is what I say. For all I know, those former anonymous Celtic players might not even be really great Celtic players. It might be like, this was big baby Glenn Davis came on here like Jaylen Brown. We don't agree with you. Who the fuck?
Out of the feds. Fresh out of the feds, by the way.
Like, sit here and be like, oh, this is no. Like no, that does not hit as hard as it really should when you think about it. Like, so I'm pretty sure LeBron ain't sitting here and thinking like, oh, Mo Williams, a part of this great capitalist organization is like, yeah, LeBron, you shouldn't come back because you left us and blah 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 blah. Who gives a fuck? Like, nobody really thinking that deep about it.
Hold on. But let's go deeper here. So let's stay out that way. Let's stay out east. The Patriots. Everybody says Patriot way, but I ain't heard nobody say nothing really crazy about Patriot way. Like they just be like, it's just Patriot. They don't go out there and say, this is what my Patriots would do, and this is what we do. They don't do that. And the same thing, honestly, we don't really hear a whole bunch of scandals out of Dallas either. Like, they be having their people go to jail. I get that.
Well, Dallas is scandals with his owner, so that's why you don't really hear nothing about them. They're only be doing them.
So I mean, I'm gonna give you all that, and then we all know what happened with the Patriots. We know what happened to Robert Kraft. They in house, all right. That's what I'm saying about both of those franchises. Like a real good franchise gonna know, man. Who knows what Coach? Rest in peace to his wife. All that. We don't know what Coach Pop was doing this whole time. We don't know if he was just this great Navy man. We don't know none of that. I'm just saying, when you get into some of these different organizations that really don't have no scandals, they got something going on. That's right. They treat people good after they leave the organization, I think.
Yeah, I ain't heard no problem out of San Antonio.
I ain't never heard nobody talking about San Antonio.
Out of San Antonio.
Never.
Quiet. They shut the freak up. They go and win. That's all I've heard from San Antonio. That's their way. And it's been that way for 30 years.
Yo, I dare y'all say something. Pop don't give a fuck how bad it's conditioned. Yeah, I bet you won't say nothing. After that game one performance and Pop went in that media room, y'all seen Wemby take 8 threes. Pop go in that room. Hey, what the you doing? You stupid.
I just know Coach Pop said, no, we resting people because we want to. And that's just is what it is. Pop and then let him keep doing it. And that's just what it was. Like they
Let them say
just
Stephen
wanted
A.
to
got a
franchise
source
it.
from the Spurs. Pop finna go call everybody. Who talking? Line them up. Who talked to?
Line them
Who
up.
talked to Stephen A?
Line them up.
Line them up. Who talked to Stephen A? And the two people that do that, I know he ain't heard nothing from Miami. Cause Pat Riley don't listen. Pat Riley took LeBron cookies. That means
We just found out about that. We just found out about that in the last couple of years. We
You know
didn't even know
what I'm
about
saying?
that.
Like, who took
before.
my cookies?
Who
Nobody
took
took my
the story?
And then
Was it
LeBron
Mike
never
Bibby
was seen
first or
again.
Norris Cole.
Huh?
It was Norris Cole told us that story first, wasn't it? About
I
Pat.
know Michael Beasley told it. I don't know who first did.
I'm just saying. That was a year we didn't even win. We lost.
And then LeBron left after that. Mike Beasley said, well, I knew he was leaving. That man didn't talk no more.
But we just
He
Right.
found
said
out
that man
about
had special made cookies just for him. This nigga too rich. But that's the show. I appreciate y'all. Anything else y'all got to talk about?
The fact that the Cavaliers are now up like 14 or 15 on the Knicks is crazy.
Bill got cold. But I don't know. That 28. I don't know. There's something wrong with the Knicks. They don't want us to. It's the Knicks, bro. They like the Cowboys. They give your hopes up. Knicks fans going to be sick.
Oh
if
my
they
God.
lose, it's gonna be hell. If they win,
I mean,
it's gonna be hell.
This is in Madison Square Garden, mind you. This is in New York.
It's gonna be some TikToks tonight.
How that crowd look right now? I need to see how that crowd look. They're gonna be ugly.
Shoot, they might be threatening
They
everybody.
might be
else.
on that. It's just game one type of feeling. We've been off for a week, so they might be all right.
That's what they're gonna say tomorrow. They were like, bro, they've been off for like a week. They got cold and all that messed up. That's what they're gonna say.
That's what I would say. But I mean, Cleveland played for 14 days straight.
Donovan Mitchell got 26 points already.
That's why Donovan Mitchell went stupid. That's why he going off.
Yo, Donovan
Is
Mitchell
that's gonna be his only big game of the series?
No, this is gonna be an offensive. This is gonna be an offensive glory series to watch. These people.
Everybody. How many points Harden got right now?
9.
Harden got 9. He does.
Oh, they in trouble.
Jalen Brunson got 20. Like I said, like the guards gonna go crazy. It's gonna be funny.
How many assists he got?
Harden got 3.
Wow, he's having a bad game.
Boy, Donovan Mitchell got 6 steals. Boy, that boy going off.
I tell you, Donovan Mitchell the problem right now. He on a
James
mission right now.
Harden's
But
having a bad game up to this point.
I still want to know what happened when he go to the Western Conference Finals and actually play guards to defend.
Well, I mean, who's talking about Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah,
He was in the West.
I know.
He was on the Jazz. He still put up 50-point games.
That was against Jamal Murray. That was against Jamal Murray.
Wasn't the only one guarding them. I know. I can't remember. Don't let me lie. Like I remember who was on the Nuggets teams when they were doing that. But he had multiple 50-point games in multiple years. Like Donovan Mitchell was able to score in the West. I'm not going to take that away from him.
Jamal Murray.
Is he going to be as easy as he getting in these series? Because he been getting easy.
He got a Lakers legacy.
Let's see. Between the Raptors, Detroit didn't give it to him easy. Detroit didn't. I ain't gonna say Detroit didn't give it to him easy. The other two, yeah, Detroit didn't give it to him easy though.
We'll see.
He just took Detroit's soul with that game 6. He did that on his own.
But shout out to Donovan Mitchell. He's a great player.
Yeah.
He got to step up. But you might not have to because the Knicks might just be because it's the time. Them and the Cowboys. I appreciate y'all for watching. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We come every Tuesday around 8:15 Eastern. So be here. Yep, he whooping the Knicks right now. Shout out to my guy, Fortune844.
Gerald.
I appreciate y'all. This is Uniqo Williams. This is Monray. This is my watch. Like and subscribe, hit that notification, man.
Hugh Blow.
Somebody get this man.
Hugh Blow.
Yo, bro, you get that OLED watch. Shout out to the OLEDs, bro. You know what I'm saying? OLEDs. But I appreciate y'all. Peace. By the way, I almost forgot. Where can you find the people at? What's the easy way to do? Look for their picture, and then you know what to do. Overall99media.org.
The
So
boys
yeah.
series finale tomorrow.
It's simple. Make it make sense on Saturdays. Do you hear me? I don't know what days on Thursday.
The boys series finale tomorrow.
Yeah, boys finale tomorrow. Then we start Spider Noir, so it don't stop. And then we have June 12th. We have Power coming back. So shout out to that. Euphoria will be over by then. So, but the shows don't stop. So we got 2 more episodes of Euphoria, 1 more episode of The Boys, then Spider Noir, and then Power. Raising Kanan last season. Reviews will be on this channel. So be ready for that. Raising Kanan will probably go live again.
Come
those
on
are
back.
always
We
live.
back.
We always do Power Live.
We back.
So we'll do them. We'll keep that up. Other shows do better without being live because lives on YouTube dying now. I don't know what's going on with them. But I appreciate y'all. Peace.
Yeah.